On August 20th, 1968. In 1968, a nation's hopes for freedom were crushed by tanks. Why did the Soviet Union invade Czechoslovakia? What happened in Prague that summer changed the Cold War forever. In the 1960s, Prague hummed with quiet ambition. Workers debated in cafes, students sketched new ideas on walls. The city was alive and unaware of what was coming. A leader named Dubcek pushed for change. His reforms, freer speech, more openness, caught fire. Across Czechoslovakia, people whispered, "What if we could be more than a Soviet satellite?" Newspapers filled with bold headlines. "Socialism with a human face," that was the slogan. It promised a Czechoslovakia that could be both free and fair. But not everyone was happy. The Soviet embassy in Prague tracked every move. Dubček's reforms felt like a threat. Moscow saw a country drifting and demanded it be pulled back into line. Some Czechs cheered Dubček's reforms. Others feared what it might mean for the country's future. The tension grew like a coiled spring ready to snap. Thousands gathered in Wenceslas Square. They waved flags, chanted slogans. It was a celebration and a warning. The world was watching. So were the Soviets. At dawn on August 20th, 1968, Soviet tanks rolled into Prague. They came in silence, but their presence spoke volumes. The invasion had begun. Students and workers tried to block the tanks. Stones flew. Then came the first shots. The invasion was no longer just a military move. It was a battle for the soul of a nation. Flames lit up the night. Cars burned. People ran. The invasion turned Prague into a war zone, not of guns, but of ideals crushed under steel treads. Soviet soldiers moved through the streets, eyes forward. They were not here to save Prague. They were here to stop it from changing. The city's heartbeat had been silenced. Posters plastered the city. Peaceful invasion. Restore order. It was a lie. The Soviets called it a liberation. To the Czechs, it was a betrayal. Thousands fled. Some crossed borders into Austria, others hid in basements. The invasion had not just changed Prague, it had scattered its people across the world. In the years that followed, Czechoslovakia became a prison of silence. Books were banned, speech was censored. The Prague Spring was erased from history, until it could not be. Underground papers circulated. Dissidents met in secret. The invasion had not broken the spirit of the Czech people. It had made it harder to be heard. In 1989, the world changed again. Protesters filled the streets. This time, the Soviets did not come. The invasion's legacy had finally been faced and overcome. In 1993, Czechoslovakia split into two nations. The flag that had flown during the invasion was replaced. But the memory of 1968 remained, a scar and a lesson. Today, plaques and statues mark where tanks once stood. They remind the world that freedom is fragile, and that history must never be forgotten. Prague now thrives as a tourist city, but its streets still whisper of the invasion. The past is not gone. It lives in the stones, the people, and the choices they made. History is more than headlines. It's the choices we make. Subscribe for more untold stories.